Welcome. My name's Lee Carlson. My name's Leland Carlson, officially here. My name's Lee Carlson, and I'm one of the founders of the Dull Men's Club. Well, the Dull Men's Club began in New York City. It's when I lived there, and I was at the New York Athletic Club. I'd been to the gym, and then I went up with some of my mates there, and we were sitting around a table having a few beers, and the club's monthly magazine had just come out, The Winged Foot, and we were flipping through it. I've got it. Should I get a copy here and show flipping through it, or if I digress, you just cut it out, right? We were flipping through the monthly magazine, and the club has clubs within the club, and each of these clubs had a page in the magazine. And there were things like the wrestling club, the boxing club, the judo club, the fencing club. And one of my mates said, "Gee, we don't do any of those things." And another one said, "Yeah, we're kind of dull, aren't we?" So I said, "Hey, let's get a page, we call it the Dull Men's Club, about dull things we do, avoiding excitement." And I talked to the publisher of the magazine, and he thought it was a great idea. So we did some dull things. We'd get together early in the morning at 6 o'clock and have breakfast at the club, and we'd watch television, we'd watch the weather forecast, and then we'd go and pick up the phone and call around the country to see if that weather was really happening. And we also had a tour of the risers in the building. The building is 26 stories high on Central Park South, a great view of Central Park. But we liked the views out the back. The views of Central Park were much too exciting for us. We preferred the back of the building. You could just see another building. But these risers go up, and the engineers would explain how they work. You know, some are for electricity, some are for water. And also the club has 6 elevators, and we would race them to see which elevator was the fastest. They were all pretty much the same time, but there were some slight differences, and that was a lot of fun to race these elevators. We'd meet weekly, and we limited our members to 17. That was the number of chairs in the room, and we thought that was enough members. Oh no! There's so much glitz and glam and pressure to acquire more and do more, achieve and acquire more, as I see it. I call it more-itis. You know, it's like arthritis, but it's more-itis. Instead of having aching muscles, we just got aching pocketbooks, because we always have to buy and acquire more. Well, you don't need all that stuff. Sit back and relax and think of what you have now, and just be grateful for what you have now. And the people that I enjoy meeting and writing about, they have these unique interests, and they really carry them to an extraordinary extent. It's very ordinary. A milk bottle is a very ordinary thing, but to collect it and have a museum and expand your museum, have to build a bigger shed to house more. And the other thing in today's life, it's so confusing, is there's so many choices. I recently went to the pharmacy here in Winchester where I live, and I was going to count the types of shampoo and toothpaste there. I didn't have to. I saw a sales lady there. She had an iPad, and I asked her the question. She had the information right there. 308 kinds of shampoo. Now, for me, a bar of soap, I mean, I really don't need a lot of shampoo. But if I have to buy some, how am I going to decide which one to buy? I have to sit there and analyze it. And of course, price is important. And maybe there's some shampoo I don't want. Maybe it'd even make my hair fall out more. And the toothpaste, they had 110 types of toothpaste. Why do we need so many choices? It just gets so confusing. With all this modern technology we have, life should be easier. We should have more free time. But we don't. We seem to be busier than ever. I'm busier than ever. I'm supposed to be retired. But I find so many things to do, so many opportunities. We can be more places, present all the time, and we can be in continual contact with everybody. 24 hours a day, we can text and email, and we can get packages delivered overnight. In America, it's FedEx and UPS delivering. Here, the Royal Mail is wonderful. You get stuff the next day. It's just instant stuff. We really need to I take a digital holiday. I take many digital holidays every day. I just leave the technology behind and go out for a walk, or go to a restaurant with a meal and just carry an old-fashioned book with me or a magazine. Well, I must admit, sometimes in restaurants, reading on an iPhone or a Kindle or iPad is easier than trying to keep a book open. You can just flip through, but we really need to pause and say, slow down, take it easy.